Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is Coins Kid. Just gone over to Bitcoin, but got a Coins Kid cruise. So right now, basically, I got stopped out down here. I was building long positions on the golden ratio, okay, but I didn't foresee this big crash just there. Now, this was an opportunity for me to go long off the golden ratio with my stop on that wick low just there, okay, and it was looking pretty tasty to come up, and then boom, we got the big crash, which came back down to this low, okay, and look at that massive wick that we've got at the moment, and a beautiful close just there. So this is actually quite nice to see for Bitcoin, okay. So right now, you know, it's really unfortunate, but if you were spot buying just there on the golden ratio, you know, eventually you've come back up to the target that I was anticipating, which would be a really good area to TP at that point. But personally, I was actually in a long, and it come down and I got stopped out, came down and then got to the target. So this is how volatile crypto is, okay. This is why you always apply stop losses. Now, why was it that target? You know, why we wicked there? Because this is the target I was giving you when you was breaking down here, okay. Because remember, resistance becomes support and support becomes resistance. So right now we've confirmed that previous support just there, because that's that leg, if you remember from a video a few days ago, I think towards the start of the week, wasn't it, where we lost this double M top pattern, we started to come down, you know, we're having a bit of a throwback down here, and I envisioned, you know, holding this support, stop loss down here, and then boom, we're putting that monster crash, got stopped out. I lost a very minimal risk here, around about 0.7%, I think it was, yeah, 0.81% risk to reward basically, because at that point, if this had a hold, okay, and come all the way back up off the golden ratio, it was around about 4.6% long opportunity. It has eventually got there, but I got stopped out just before, and this is trading. This is what happens. It's so volatile, and this is why I always, you know, stress, please use a stop loss, because if you was going all in here, okay, with no stop loss and high leverage, basically got liquidated. Do you understand? If you're building your longs down there, that's why I always say, you know, always try and find the minimal risk and the stop of an invalidation basically. So right now, boom, we've come down and we're coming back up, and we've met the target right there, which was that previous support, not back tested as resistance. Remember this time and time again, when you break through resistance with a powerful candle or lose support with a powerful candle, always have it on your radar. You know, it's not 100%, but always have it on your radar that will come back to be retested is either resistance or support, okay. So we've got that confirmation right now. So this is either one or two things, okay. This is, you know, bullish or bearish. You know, it really is that indecisive. I can't call it basically, because at the moment you've got that high, and right now you've got that low. You're caught in between. You lose this low, down you go. You break that high. That, for me, that scenario right there is extremely bullish for Bitcoin and crypto. If we see Bitcoin come up and take out that high that you put in just there, which was on the 22nd of October, I believe. If you see Bitcoin breaking that high, you know, going forward, and it starts to trade above that high just there, around about 20, what is that, 20,200, where is it? I need to get the high, $20,470. If you start to see Bitcoin above that, that for me is confirming a break of this red line, and it confirms that you're breaking out of a falling wedge basically. Now, where are your resistance points if that particular scenario plays out and we start to come up and we break out just there? Well, this yellow point here is a key resistance where I would, you know, close any longs that you've got, or TP on any spot buying or whatever, and look for swings. Because if this is bullish right now, okay, and we found a low, this is your low, and still this is a low, this is a high low, and yet still you've come back down, as you crash, and you've still made a higher low. So technically this is actually bullish midterm, okay, but we're looking for the confirmation by breaking out of this resistance. If we break this resistance, I think you're confirming your bottom right there, okay, because you're beginning to carve out the structure of a bottom down here, okay. That's going to be resistance, fall back to support. That's going to be resistance, fall back to support, and it's all going to be tradable, and we can all trade this and ride the waves and swing together, and it'll be amazing, okay. And we would confirm the bottom, and it's going to be very, very good journey going forward. Bearish scenario is that this is impulsive. This is simply corrective, and you're looking for another impulsive drive to the downside. So right now, this is imperative that Bitcoin holds its support back into this ascending triangle. Okay, so you've basically had some kind of big throw out with a throwback. Okay, they call it a throwback. When you break out, you know, fake out, break out, whatever, shake out, bear trap, bull trap, whatever, you know, but you've had a bit of a throwback back into this pattern. So if we take a look at the daily time frame right here, you know, if we look at the daily, you've got a throwback back into the pattern. So right now, I've got resistance off this low just there, okay? You've got resistance off this leg here as well. So if we start to see Bitcoin close on the daily above 19660, for me, you're looking pretty bullish, because what you're doing, you're breaking out of an ascending triangle. okay, broken out, ran into 55, come back down, bit of a bear trap, then a throwback back in, really close to the apex. If this thing breaks and you see a daily close above 19660, it's increasing the probabilities that this is breaking out and you're going to be retesting that red line. And like I said to you, if you break this red line here, I think you've got an impulsive move all the way up to that yellow line right there, okay? And you can see that this is beginning to carve out some kind of beautiful bottom down here. Not guaranteed, obviously. So, what am I doing right now? Personally, I'm not in a trade at the moment. I'm just going to sit and chill and see where the closes are today, and especially at the week as well, because like I said to you, the weekly close is really important. If we can see a weekly close above that key level of support that I've shown you in yesterday's video, that could be crucial going into next week on that pivot point that we're looking at on the 17th of October, which is Monday week, isn't it? So, who said crypto is boring? Right now, the bearish scenario is that this is impulsive, this is corrective, we're looking for another impulsive move. The scenario will play out if you start to see Bitcoin right now come back down and lose this ascending triangle again, okay, this support, this ascending level support. If it starts to turn that into resistance again, I'll be more biased, okay, well this is impulsive, this is corrective, and you're looking at impulsive move to the downside, which would see you sweep them lows, and you've got these fib targets down here, okay. You've got the 172 at 1758, you've got the 1414 at 1728, and you've got the 1618 at 16866. If it does do that, potentially wick grab off that green trend line down there, which would be 1, 2, 3 touches of a potential massive falling wedge like this, okay, boom, like that for Bitcoin. Possible scenario before it breaks out, who knows, but it's something I'm looking at as a potential scenario right now. The bullish scenario is we're holding this ascending triangle, we've broke down, we've had a bit of a bear trap down here, we're breaking back up into the pattern, and we're looking at a breakout, and we'll be on that yellow line right there where I would seriously think about taking some profit. So from here right now, it's entirely up to you, but personally I'm waiting for closes before I enter a trade right here because of the volatility. But if it does break from here right now, you're looking at a beautiful impulsive move around about 16%, with a potential follow through all the way up to the green line eventually of around about, 28% for Bitcoin right there, okay? So I wish I could tell you 100% what it's going to do, but I can't. It's so volatile at the minute, it's almost untradeable at the minute. So hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned, and thank you for your support, okay? Take care, everyone. Back to another update on Bitcoin. Bye-bye.